Hello and welcome, my name is Sheep Thief, and today I'll be coming at you with a WARNO high-level pro WARNO 1v1 replay multiplayer analysis cast. Yeah, so we've got Elizabeth II playing 2nd Infantry Division versus Young Ho Koo aka ZXCV playing the new DLC 9th Infantry Division. 9th Infantry is a sort of high-tech division. I'm sorry, he's on this side. ZXCV's over here and Elizabeth's over here. So 9th Infantry is a sort of high-tech American division with a lot of Humvees, sort of similar to 27th for Pact for the Soviets, if you're familiar with WARNO. And then 2nd Infantry is a British division with a lot of options at its disposal. SAS, sort of weak planes, but generally a division that can do numerous things. So we'll see what happens. So looking at the deployment, Elizabeth looks pretty normal here with SAS moving forward in Saxons, AA Harrier looking out overhead presumably for helicopters, Fox is moving forward to support the SAS, Aeromobile in the flanks, and some Warrior Milans in the center to back up this this push. ZXCV is going much wider, a lot of recon M1040s pushing forward with some scouts and Humvees pushing out to the flank. He's got some tows and a lot of recon. Look at how much recon ZXCV sends. Big cluster of AA over here on this flank, and then a big blob of light rifles to finish off his push. So the Foxes open up, and they do get a kill right away. Good premonition here from Elizabeth II to send these vehicles to handle potential Humvee spam. They push straight forward, coming into range of the scouts, which do not have an AT weapon. Jaguar comes and gets a nasty kill right there, killing a lot of support units. Over here, ZXCV is going pretty hard for the what I call the suburbs in here. Over on the left, ZXCV has secured the extreme flank with a sniper over here, and Elizabeth II has taken a more moderate approach to that flank, getting Aeromobile into the zone. So far, not a lot has transpired except for that airstrike on the support vehicles in there, but the Aeromobile do get into this skyscraper here overlooking the suburbs and walk into a wall of fire. The Foxes clear out everything that was coming into the central position. And so I would say that definitely in the center, ZXCV is now on the back foot. Aeromobiles do go down. He has a big cluster of units in here. These light rifles do have ATGMs and 3 light machine guns, so nothing to scoff at. These Foxes are doing a lot of work suppressing this infantry though. Another Jaguar strike takes out Engineer's Flash and some vehicles in there. Saxons push up, and it looks like in the vehicle front, Elizabeth II is dominating here. This Humvee, what weapons does this have? Just a grenade launcher. Okay. So this grenade launcher is performing quite well against the Foxes here. Opening up again. We'll see how it does against the... Oh, it goes down. Looks like a Warrior Milan showed up. Aeromobile's taking out this... or I wouldn't say fully taken out. They're fully suppressed, but they've taken a lot of damage from these Flash engineers. But these are not big units. You can see they're forced to back off pretty quick, and just a lot of pressure here with the Warrior Milans. These light rifles should perform well against them. It looks like one of them has gone down. This one's crucially wounded. This Dragon infantry should be good at handling this. A Saxon goes down, so some deterioration of this initial force here, especially from the vehicles with this ATGM infantry over here. Let's get a look at the wider situation. Looks like ZXCV is going for this cluster of buildings over here, and over here it looks pretty peaceful. As often happens in this map, it devolves into a fight here in the suburbs. Arm rifles come in here to start engaging the light rifles, and nice timing right there from ZXCV, pulling the light rifles back, keeping them alive. These units are definitely looking a little worse for wear. This Aeromobile is coming in to fight the Scout. We'll see who wins there. I would think that the Aeromobile would win, but it's fully suppressed and the Scout is fresh. They do have a medium machine gun too. This might not go super well for the aeromobile. Another Fox down, and this Fox is fully damaged. So now this initial push has accomplished quite a bit, but it has been blunted. So it's going to be up to Elizabeth II to secure this key position in here. Nice tick for ZXCV as well, but Elizabeth II is now in position to hold the tick to get a +1 for at least a while. We'll see how this fight went here with the scouts. The aeromobiles did get routed by the scouts. The scouts barely took any damage. This is a big loss for Elizabeth II. You would think that a big infantry squad would be able to defeat scouts, but when they're that low health and that low cohesion, even a small unit can't take it down. Arm rifles come forward, trying to occupy this building. It looks like they're not going into the building. It looks like they've just been sent forward to occupy this building. And now they're going to come under sort of quite a bit of fire. This SAS is quite far forward, which will be good for protecting Elizabeth II's position here from air, but he does pop it into this building here, and it takes a bunch of fire from engineers, including flash engineers, and you can see the SAS melt. This arm rifles has also gotten a little bit too far forward. Lynxes come forward, rocket lynxes, but there's a nice AA battery in here. I'm worried about these lynxes. They both take one hit. Oh, this isn't good. One of them's routed. That's really bad for him. Lynxes fire. High explosive bomb comes out. Nice high explosive bomb, but one lynx does go down. Oh no, it doesn't. It lands. Airmobile's out, so this is a nice beefy unit that can get in here. Arm rifles get a nice kill on some vehicles. This SAS does go down. A lot of stuff going on. Rocket lynx popping up, and now the AA presence in here is gone. But this rocket lynx is out of rockets and very low cohesion, very low on health. Warrior Milan engaging the tow. Presumably the tow will win here, but the Warrior Milan is causing a lot of cohesion damage. It gets a stun on the Warrior Milan. We'll see who wins this. Arm rifles engaging these vehicles. Will the Milan get it? Oh, it looks like it switched targets. Try to watch that. Over here, big infantry fight. More warriors coming in. And this is not looking good for CXCV in the suburbs here. The warrior did go down to the tow, but the tow died as well. It's a big kill. I think I actually would value a tow more than a warrior. Nice push here from Elizabeth II. CXCV's position in this bulwark here in the suburbs is being threatened. Warriors engaging the engineers. Engineers, for those of you who do not play WARNO, are quite good in close quarters combat, but they really do need to get right next to it. Another brutal Jaguar bombing run brings ZXCV's presence in the suburbs to just a single man in this light rifle squad. Bloody fighting here. Nice micro here, saving that light rifle's law. Engineers are caught out, low cohesion. So are these airmobiles. Elizabeth II could be pulling these back. It does go down. That's a big kill for these engineers. These airmobiles are looking a little worse for wear. I think Elizabeth II, he does have the +2, so he's seems pretty set on trying to push ZXV out of this region. Airmobiles and scouts come forward, trying to hold this line in here. There's sort of an open space in here that needs to be possessed by anyone who wants to bring this fight to an end, but it looks like Elizabeth II got a little bit overextended. A +3 to Elizabeth II because he's sending a Hail Mary CV around into the back, trying to make up for to get the tick going. See how that goes. It's going to go around to that side as well. Harrier AA does get pushed off, and the F-60, but it gets out. Looks like it gets out. Light rifles law, trying to hold off this this warrior spam, and the CV gets into this point as well. So this is going to be a +5 in a second here if he can fully take over that point. A lot of light vehicles going down for ZXCV. This is tense, guys. Warrior Milan's pushing forward. They have a decent amount of infantry support, but these light rifles law are going to cause trouble for the warriors. ZXCV pulls out, gets a nice shot off there. This is now 0 cohesion, but it'll be okay soon enough. This arm rifles, yeah, Elizabeth II, he does have a +5. Saxon CV comes under attack. Another bombing run. Guys, all of this is happening so fast. This often happens with 2nd Infantry Division. The initial phase of the battle is often where the battle is determined with this division that Elizabeth II is playing. He pulls back the CV to keep it alive. It's never good to lose a CV, but it runs into a Humvee here. I'm curious how this is going to go. We'll try to keep an eye on that. Looks like an armed rifles goes down. Humvee gets a shot on it and gets it vision for the Hog. Hog gets hit by the SAS. Looks like Elizabeth II is trying to micro this. He's got a healthy tick here. ZXCV gets it somewhat under control. It's going to go back to a +3. More aeromobiles coming in Lynxes, and I would say that these suburbs, they're in flames, but I would say they have not been secured by Elizabeth II, so this is going to be a problem. Warrior Milan goes down, aeromobile goes down, Lynx goes down. It looks like ZXCV has settled for setting up a little bit of a backline here across this field to supply this, but he's keeping. You can see he's keeping this entryway, this breach into the suburbs, and it's in flames. But it's still useful. Armed rifles move forward across the open field. Light rifles get taken out. Another Jaguar run. These Jaguars are performing extremely well, but it does go down. 2 Avengers here. Got some heavier tank, or a heavier tank showing up to the field here. Aeromobiles moving forward. Engineers moving forward. Back down to a +2, which is the normal tick for those who control this zone in the center here. And you can see there's kind of a line here, but again the suburbs have not been controlled, so this battle is not over yet. The Rocket Lynx goes down to these Stingers. Stingers are pretty good man pads that can, at least compared to their Soviet counterparts, they do take down the Lynx. Aeromobiles, just 0 cohesion, pop up here and get sprayed down. They do open up some vision for the Warrior. Should be able to get some good hits. Another Hail Mary play with the CV right here. Brings it to a +2. I think that would be a +3. Am I doing my math wrong here? The duel of the CVs. We'll see who wins this. Getting some chip damage. It looks like it just has a machine gun. Challenger pushes forward. It's getting engaged by the TOW. Shouldn't be a great fight for the Challenger, but any damage you can do to a TOW is a good thing. Saxon pushes forward, and ZXCV does cede the point for now. It's going to go back to a +3. Was I right? Isn't this gives you a +1, I think. Or does it give you a +2? So +3. And finally the Hog does take out the CV. So some extra points for Elizabeth, but that is a CV down, and CVs are finite. If you lose all of them, it's impossible for you to win the game. Nice artillery strike coming in for this this tank back here. Does get it down. Challenger goes down. Not quite sure how that happened. It might have been a bombing run. Yeah, the cluster bomb probably got that right there. I wasn't quite paying attention. There's a lot going on here. Another high explosive strike comes in, but the plane goes down. And you can see that ZXCV has spared no expense in taking over this sector of the map. Saxon's over here trying to watch this avenue right here, providing some much needed support here for the aeromobiles. These light rifles are low on cohesion, but so are the aeromobiles. These aeromobiles are about to die. Rocket Lynx comes forward. It's going to suppress this infantry a lot, but it will run out of ammunition relatively soon here. Will this Warrior be taken out by this infantry here? Probably not. Too suppressed. They're routing. Another high explosive bomb. More infantry losses, but the Tornado does go down. Now, point-wise, these are good trades for ZXCV, because the plane, of course, costs much more than this infantry. But it's worth it for Elizabeth II if he can permanently kick ZXCV out of this region, because that will force ZXCV to have to attack from another angle. which Elizabeth II can then adapt to. Air mobiles finish off an infantry squad and a vehicle, route away from the light rifles. Barely flying Hog comes in here to put some support in here for the and these skyscrapers in here for the light rifles, but oh, and a nice micro play there by ZXV. Pulls it out. I don't think he'll get away though. The SAS will probably finish him off. Harrier goes down. A lot of lost planes for Elizabeth II, which translates to lost points. Phantom comes out to try to get the F-16. We'll see if it gets it. It does get it. F-16 down. AT plane comes for something there. Or, what weapon does this have? Air-to-ground missiles? And a Gatling gun? Not quite sure what that plane does. This Cobra or Hog, they changed it to Hog. This Hog is has been heroically defending against Elizabeth II's sneaky plays in the back and his push here in the center. Barely holding on for dear life. Completely out of ammunition, except for some 20mm machine guns. Jaguar circling ahead, trying to get another run, and you can see here that there's a bit of a slowdown here. High explosive bomb comes out, it kills one light rifle's Dragon, almost kills another. We'll see if the Jaguar gets away with it. Looks like it will. ATGM starting to fly across the field from these tows, and the Dragon and Law infantry here. Saxon spam is going to have trouble. I'm trying to see what this is doing. I don't quite understand what that just did. It looks like it didn't do it. It looks like it failed to release its munitions. This tank here is putting fire down on the air mobile. Milan fires off of it, but its cohesion is pretty low. But there is a Milan 2 over here, which doesn't kill it, but does quite a bit of damage. It will be forced to back off. He pops smoke. Air mobile's fighting here with zero cohesion, and the vehicle routes, grenade launcher vehicle routes. It does die, but so do the air mobile. Scouts engaging the engineers. Another situation where these healthy scouts will probably win against the engineers, which they probably have no business winning against, but they do have tank support. So as the scouts' cohesion drops, they will begin to have trouble. +1 still to Elizabeth. So ZXCV is going to have to make things happen relatively quickly, but it's not an existential threat. You shouldn't rush too much. I've yet to see. Okay, it killed. I've yet to see these things do anything. He pulls it out again. Not quite sure how those work. How many people have died in here, guys? So many pushes from both sides, back and forth in these suburbs. Rocket Lynx is out of air rockets, so this helicopter is not going to be able to stem the tide here. The light rifles are flooding across, supported by these M99 ATs. What does that look like? It's just grenade launcher vehicles. Ooh, nice snipe here with the artillery, but he does get the this heroic Hog up into the air. Arm rifles will probably go down here. They do go down. And that's the last of Elizabeth II's infantry presence in these suburbs right here, which can be bad. We'll see what happens here. There's fresh airborne or air mobiles coming in, supported by Milans and Saxons. Saxons are going down to the grenade launchers. These grenade launchers are really brutal against the Saxons. It seems like they just completely outclass them. Rocket Lynx puts some fire down on the infantry, so it looks like the infantry situation should be good for Elizabeth II. Sort of a weird vision thing here. These units can't see these light rifles here. Artillery coming down for this region, sort of an open region. Gets a stun on the light rifles. Lynx goes down to this F/A-16. Some AA coming forward for Elizabeth II. SAS one hit. Oh look, there's a drone. The American drone goes down. Am I missing anything over here? No. Flanks are uneventful. Everything's going to happening in this urban environment in the city here. Fox comes forward, putting some much needed support in, but the light rifles law do kill it. F-16 cluster bomb comes forward. Will it get away? It probably will. And in fact the Harrier is probably going to pay for it, but it does take out the heroic Hog back there before it dies, getting some vengeance before it crashes down into the ground in a fireball. And this infantry push here has been turned around for ZXCV. These two aeromobiles are one hit. Elizabeth II should pull him back and save him and resupply them, but it's, oh, he's pulling this one back. Will it get away? It does get away. Why isn't he pulling this one back? He's pretty lucky there with that route. He doesn't pull that one back. Okay. So more infantry losses over here for Elizabeth II, whereas the XCV's infantry is bloodied but unbowed, pulling back here to supply. You can see he brings supply right up here, truck supply. One goes down to an artillery strike, but that's at least 3 units that will be ready to go in a few minutes here. Whereas Elizabeth II has just had his position deteriorated, and look what we have here. Push here pushing from this point into this general region, which can heavily threaten not just this point, but this point as well. Elizabeth II has set up a nice bulwark here with the Milans, but will he be prepared for this much pressure? The SAS are quite far forward. They're going down to this tank, trying to fight this unit. The SAS go down, that's a big loss. And yeah, I'm gonna say, guys, I'm thinking that ZXCV may have done this. You can see that the points are much better for Elizabeth II, but as far as what's on the field, I'm not really seeing how Elizabeth II is gonna be able to stem the tide here. More grenade launchers coming forward for ZXCV. Just gonna put the pressure on both infantry and light vehicles, which is of course one of the, basically two of the strengths of 2nd Infantry. They're pushing forward alone. Airmobile, push forward. I'm gonna say, guys, I feel like Elizabeth II's... Oh, that thing dies. I thought those were done for. They're probably done for either way. There's just one guy. Who dies. So, yeah. The infantry, the men on the ground might not be too happy with Elizabeth II's treatment of them. But he has definitely caused some trouble. And look at this bulwark, guys. It's just getting worse and worse. If the minute it's left alone, it can become a headache in a matter of seconds. It can be horrible to deal with. Saxons and airmobiles trying to hold this back end of the suburbs, but their scouts, good vision, and ATGM infantry, which will cause trouble. And ZXCV does get the CV into the central point here, and that will bring the tick eventually into a +1 for Young Hoku, aka ZXCV. One of the grenade launchers does go down. CV comes into the point to contest this to make sure the tick keeps going. The grenade launcher continuing to fire here. What's it shooting at? Looks like it's catching out these armed rifles. And then the this plane here comes in and kills the CV. Another Hail Mary play here with the CV right here to get a +1, but ZXCV does have a CV sitting here, so it's not too bad. Are there more CVs coming forward? No. So it's only a matter of time before this point is secured by ZXV. In fact, it'll probably be a matter of seconds because the CV is right here ready to take it. Rocket Link's pouring rockets down onto this infantry, but there are too many of them. They're coming forward in a wave, building by building. Aeromobiles firing at these light rifles, but there's just a lot of these Saxon support is not going to be there. The helicopter CV goes down to this F/10-16, which also takes out a tracked rapier, deteriorating Elizabeth II's AA presence. And there goes the +1 for the first time since the beginning of the game to ZXCV, so it's going to be up to Elizabeth II to hold this it's actually not, it's not going to be enough. He's going to need to get a point back and secure this, or he's going to lose the game or attack in another direction, because there are 14 minutes left in the game. That is enough time for ZXCV to get back into this. On top of that, the pressure here in the middle has built up, and now this zone is under threat. Big helicopter buildup is spotted by ZXCV, sends in an F-15 to deal with it. Gets one kill, two of them go down, and then a Avenger kills the other two in one shot. Cluster bomb kills the tracked rapier, and that is the last of Elizabeth II's AA in here. And if we know anything about the way ZXCV was playing in the last game I cast, it's that he does not hesitate to exploit a air superiority. If he has air superiority, you will know. Warriors catch out these light rifles dragging, pouring a lot of damage onto them, but a tow is inbound, which will put a stop to this. The question is, will ZXCV lose this infantry? He does get them into a building here. CV gets into the zone, which will, it's infantry CV, so this is good for Elizabeth II. The take comes to a stop. Warrior goes down. The tow is in position. Will he be able to finish off the tow before the warrior goes down? He gets a stun, tow goes down. That's a big kill. That's actually really big. It's going to be up to these tanks to take out this warrior. Will he save it? Comes forward, cluster bomb comes in. Oh, and the leader goes down as well. Well played by ZXCV, keeping his CV out of trouble and alive, ready to dance in and out again. +1 for Elizabeth II, but that cluster bomb did so much damage there. Arm rifles goes down. More grenade launchers coming forward. This time an infantry commander coming in to have a more permanent presence in this crucial point here in the middle. More artillery coming forward. Links causing trouble, but can't get vision. And this infantry, this British infantry and the skyscrapers are really just going to struggle here. Engineers move back to be healed. And the commander has arrived, overlooking this this grim sight. Some kind of smoke here. Not quite sure what that's doing. And now Elizabeth II has more than just the loss of this sector to worry about, because this point is now under threat. Sneed plane comes out. The Sneed planes, I don't think that 2nd Infantry has any radar, but it looks like the Sneed plane does have an anti-air missile, which he used to take out a Lynx. Stingers move forward. Another, you can see that ZXV does not play around when it comes to helicopters. See if this F-16 gets a parting shot on this helicopter. It does not. So a a Hail Mary play here by Elizabeth II. More Lynx is coming forward, trying to stem the tide. And now another infantry commander in here, and infantry commanders in this position are really hard to deal with because you can see all of these buildings in here. They could be hidden anywhere in there. They can back up to here, and it's pretty hard to see. You see how behind this little town here, they can get in there and just pop in and out. Artillery comes down. Nice reaction speed. Or actually, I thought it was coming for this. It is. No, it's not. Looks like he's just sort of trying to destroy these buildings. Challenger coming forward. And here comes the +2. The Hail Mary CV was taken out. Phantoms come forward for the F-15 and fail utterly. They do spook him, but they don't do any damage. I've played a little bit of 2nd Infantry, and I do know the pain of how bad your air and anti-air is. This Lynx is having trouble getting vision. The Avenger is there to make them go away. Good job by ZXV to pull the commander out once he's taken it. Keep your commanders alive. It's definitely something that I think newer players, they can make the mistake of throwing away too many commanders. Light Rifles Dragon catch out this Challenger. A little bit of damage. It looks like it can't see them. Pops smoke and backs off. Air Mobile Scouts. Okay, so it looks like ZXV tried to manually target a cluster strike right there. Artillery takes out a grenade launcher. So, oh wait, and a +3 because, oh yeah, because he got this back under control. So this is a +3. It is enough time now for, well, let's see. 3 times 60 is 180 times 8 would be about well, it should be enough. What is 180 times 8? 180 times 10 would be 1800, so minus 360, so like 1700 points. So more than enough to win. I think the main thing that you guys should learn from this, or that I've learned from this, is that it's crucial to put an end to this suburb. If Elizabeth II had pushed up right into the edge, then in the beginning, if he'd successfully taken this over, none of this would be happening, and ZXCV would have been forced to turn this into a fight for another part of the map. Or if he continued to push into the suburbs, he probably wouldn't have enough time to do what he did. So I think it's what I've thought about this map, and it seems like it's what these players who are at the top level are thinking as well, which is that this is the entryway into this zone and this zone. It's just it's a crucial point in here. Phantom goes down. And I think we're going to look at this. This seems like the end for Elizabeth II. Interesting plays with these grenade launchers. They do seem quite strong. The problem is that they're just in pretty weak vehicles, so the minute there's a tank, there's going to be trouble. Cluster bomb comes forward. He does get the CV down. So that's going to be a +1. Now this is a little closer. If Elizabeth II can kill this CV in here, he's bought himself a lot of time with that kill. It's now a +1. So this is now maybe not enough time. So 60 times 6, 360 points. That's not enough. So if He's going to get this point back in a second, but if Elizabeth II can deal with this CV, there's a chance. There's a chance. He's back in here. The leader is moving forward. I suspect that Elizabeth II is running low on infantry. He's just going forward. He's going to run into a light rifles, and I don't know if he's going to have what it takes to take down both of these units. Gets lit up by both of them. F-16 goes down. Back to a +3. Because CXCV is now going for his own Hail Mary play here with the CV Humvee. It does go down to the air mobiles, but this is now a +4, which means that Elizabeth II has a lot on his plate. A Gazelle comes forward to try to handle this. He needs to deal with this infantry CV or he's in trouble. ATGMs open up on this Challenger, which is right out in the open. Maybe not entirely surprising that's happening. Another pair of ATGMs coming here. It routes, third ATGM, goes for the other Challenger. Oh, this is such an unfortunate route for Elizabeth II. Artillery falling into there. These ATGMs are not doing super well at hitting, but they are ruining this tank's cohesion. Light Rifles Dragon come forward for this CV. I'm sorry, this commander. This Challenger's looking worse for wear, and he does get out, but on the wrong side. He pops smoke and dies. Very painful. And it looks like the Gazelle perished as well. So this seems to be the death throes of Elizabeth II's push. He pushes the Challenger back in, but there's not enough time. Challenger is in the zone. ATGM, or no, what even is that? What weapon is this? A GLHL. Ooh. Challenger fails to kill it, whatever it is. Cluster bomb comes in. And that is conclusively the end. Challenger pops smoke. What is this weapon? It's like a rocket or something? I don't know. It seems like Elizabeth is set on fighting this out to the very end. But I think we can speed it up. We've got 20 seconds left. I suspect that literally all of his units have been used. Cluster bomb comes forward, misses whatever it was shooting at, and goes down to AA. Yeah, this American division seems pretty impressive, I will not lie. Pretty good KD right there. Cluster bomb performed quite well. These light rifles law were in great positions. They stopped the Saxons and Foxes and Warriors quite conclusively. These tanks were really difficult for 2nd Infantry to deal with. AA play was good, air play was good. Over here, the high explosive bomb runs in the beginning were impressive, very impressive. Look at these, lots of kills here, especially in the beginning, right in the opening. They did eventually go down, but they definitely gave Elizabeth II a shot. Artillery looks like was being diligently targeting these support units like these TOWs and Stingers and grenade launchers, CVs. SAS not performing super well for how much they cost. And artillery performing okay again. Yeah, SAS I think not performing as well as they should have. But good attempt by Elizabeth II to hold off Young Ho Koo's relentless push into the center of the map. And yeah, let's check their ranks. Currently rank 87 for Elizabeth II, so quite a good player. Young Ho Koo, how's he been doing? Rank 62, so very evenly matched players. A little bit of an edge to Young Ho Koo, aka ZXCV. And yeah, I would say if there's anything to learn from that map, it's that it all comes down to the suburbs. So, I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.